Okay, look, I am not excited about what I am going to have to talk to you about today and show you today. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I am trying to inform you of something that you at least need to know about. Okay? We all know we just had this eclipse on the 21st. Many of us know that NASA, during the eclipse, they sent up a bunch of balloons across the United States. Okay? Many of us think that they just sent up cameras. They also sent up a bacteria with all of these balloons. Now, that may be normal in normal situations, but it's not in this situation. I need you to understand what this bacteria is, okay? And what this means, or what it possibly could mean, okay? If we take a look at this report here, which is from Science World Report, this report's actually from 2016, December 15th, 2016, okay? And it tells where this virus came from. It talks about, it says zombie apocalypse, million-year-old bacterium found resistant to most antibiotics, okay? It says that this bacteria called Penibacillus, okay, is a million-year-old bug found resistant to 70% of antibiotics currently available. It is quite astonishing since the bacteria has been in isolation for more than 4 million years. The ancient bacterium was found 1,000 feet underground in the Lechugilia Cave in New Mexico. The cave is the deepest cave in the United States. It says, according to scientists, the Penibacillus developed its resistance due to part due to harsh conditions in the cave. And it says water from the surface takes 10,000 years to reach the cave. It says this bacteria is nearly unstoppable. Okay? You can put it in direct heat and expose it to 247 degree temperatures, and it will last for months. Okay? Even at 200 and some degrees temperatures. It has 9 layers of protection. It is designed in a way that they don't understand. They say it's never been seen before. It's amazing. It's designed in the design of a hurricane, a Taurus, the design of our galaxy, the design of a tornado, things that are in nature that are symbols of power. Okay, this is some images of it, of how it grows. Okay, now this bacteria is known for killing bees. Okay, it is well known for killing bees. If it's called American fool broad when it has to do with bees. Okay. When it gets exposed to a colony of bees, that colony's done. The only thing you can do, once it's exposed, there is no cure. You have to burn the entire beehive and check all the other ones around, and if they show any signs, which is the blackening out, and then it turns the larvae that's in there into mush. Okay, so it annihilates colonies, and it will annihilate any colony that's near it. Now what these guys did is they went and they dropped this bacteria. And this ain't just about bees. I want you to see some things that I've really got to show you here. But this ain't just about bees. But they dropped this all the way across the United States. This is the area of the jet stream. This is the United States breadbasket, where all food is developed. I would imagine that this bacteria, if there were ill intentions, would do more than one thing. I think it's well known that it'll kill the bees, and they've spread it all the way across the United States. And they tell you it's harmless, even though it is well known for wiping bees out. Okay, they were just doing an experiment to see if it would survive up in the air, when it's already well known that viruses and bacteria live in high altitudes with no problem. So their reason for doing this is not legitimate. Okay, now this is where it gets bad. I've been reading for days now about different studies and such that on this, and humans are susceptible to this bacteria. However, in its original form, it was not something that they seen as being a deadly thing for humans. But what I've got to show you, it'll make you wonder. Okay, so let's get to that. Now, what I'm going to show you is something that many to nearly none of you understand. And because you don't understand it, you're going to have a knee-jerk reaction to resist the information. I'm not asking you to believe what I'm going to show you. I'm asking you to listen to it, because this could be as important as anything that anybody has ever told you before in your life. Because if what this information shows is real, this information is going to cost you, potentially you, and many around you, your life. This is no joke. Again, I'm not meaning to try to scare anyone. I've been doing what I do for many years now, and you've never heard me come on here and say what I'm saying now, how I'm saying it. Okay? So I advise you to at least listen. And then when you're done, do some research and make up your own decision. Okay? But what you're looking at and what you need to understand is that your language, English, what I'm speaking in, was created using math. That math is called gematria. The French language, the Russian language, most languages on the planet were created using math. They were created using gematria. And gematria, anytime you take a word or a phrase and you put it in a gematria calculator, it will tell you other words and phrases that are associated with that. That means it's kind of like saying, this is what the subject is about. So when you put in this word, I'm going to put in the name of this bacteria. And it's going to tell us, well, this is what the subject is about. This is what this bacteria is about. This is why it was named this. So I'm going to go through the first name of the bacteria, and then I'm going to go through the second name of the bacteria, and see if you see a commonality here. Now, you remember when we were looking at that Science magazine article, it said the zombie apocalypse, right? Right. Well, the first matching phrase for this bacteria is The Walking Dead. Okay, we all know what that is. It's about a zombie apocalypse. Okay, and any one thing could be a coincidence, but they used math to associate things. Is how they did it when they designed our languages, so that way when you looked at one thing, you could see what their intention was in the design of the word or the phrase. Next is Death of Us All. The Game Is Up. Blood Sacrifice. Judgment Day. Now that don't sound good, but wait till you see a couple more things here. Let me show you the name of the cave where they say they found this. This is the cave where they say they found this. This is Lechgulia Cave or something like that. Okay? Now, there's no way that we would see anything come up that would be associated with this bacteria known for killing bees, right? Wrong. No More Bees is an exact match. Not only that, the number comes out to be 666. It got your attention yet? Another example would be that it comes out, it says Pale Horse of Death. They named this cave because they knew what the bacteria was that they found in it. Next is the Eden Snake. Next is Demonic Evil. Next is the Serpent. And it gets more interesting here in just a minute. Next is the horned beast. The horned beast. This bacteria looks like a beast with a lot of horns and crowns. Just saying. Next is the mark of the beast. Okay. Next is witchcraft. Now, this word for the name of this cave matches all this stuff. No more bees, pale horse, and all this stuff. You can't make this up. This is like hitting the lottery. It's the same kind of mathematics that each one of these words is or phrases is millions to one to match. Now, all these people have been getting these vaccinations. Okay? You've been going down and being a good little boy because they told you need to be scared and get your vaccination. And they told you to go down and get your zombie Ebola vaccine. Those are matches as well. Ebola vaccines is a match. And it is also 666. Remember The Walking Dead on the first name of the bacteria? They've been making fun and all this of all these zombie this and zombie that, zombie everywhere. Well, they also got another gift for you coming. And that is going to be the dollar crash. You know, because what better excuse to bring in the new world currency, crash the U.S. dollar, bring in the new world currency, you know, than some kind of terrible disaster where millions of people lose their life. So dollar crash matches, no more cash matches, and guess what? The hand or the head matches. You know, in that book called the Bible, it said that there would be the mark of the beast that would be on the right hand or the forehead. You've heard about the companies already implementing it. Guess what else matches it? Receive a mark. Guess what else matches it? Forehead sign. Okay? All the vaccination stuff, all the zombie stuff, all tied mathematically, were so much so in this case that it is absolutely, this is what they're up to, okay, folks? Along with many other things that they're up to. These guys are wanting to be God. They are playing God, and they are going to decide when a certain subsection of you are going to die. The more you fall into their system and don't see the warning signs coming, such as information like this, you're the one that's going to die. If you've been out getting those vaccinations, knowing, or at least you should have known, is how they look at it, that you shouldn't have been getting them. They're going to kill you. They've also marked it with Obama's name, Democrat Obama. They've also marked it a little bit with, just with these couple of words, the art of the deal. Of course, that's Trump, and that's 888, and 888 is Donald J. Trump. See this? And that matches. You've also got 888s, which is the 888. And that is Donald J. Trump. If I type in right here, Donald J. Trump, as you see, it comes back with 888. You say, well, that's silly. Well, then why did Donald J. Trump, why did he have 88 campaign stops? See, because Trump equals 88. Donald J. Trump is 888. He had 88 campaign stops. He had 88 campaign offices. He had 88 generals that signed up for him saying he was a great guy coming into office. I know I'm bashing Trump. I ain't bashing Trump. Okay, so enough about Trump. That doesn't matter. What matters is the most damning evidence in this gematria about this. I haven't showed you the last name of the bacteria. Okay, this is it right here. Not even going to try to pronounce it. Okay, they made it up. Okay, let's just say that. Now, this measures a bunch of things, but I'm just going to show you the top two. U.S. President Barack Obama and Jared Kushner. Okay, we all know who these guys are. So we've got the name of the place it was found, okay, that happens to equal 666, okay, and we know that this virus kills the bees. Well, no more bees. We've got Pale Horse. It starts talking about the vaccinations. It starts talking about the Ebola vaccination. It starts talking about the Walking Dead. I mean, this don't happen like this, guys. This is what it looks like. Now, will it in the name of God fail? I sure hope so. But at least now you're aware of what's going on here. You know? I don't know what to say other than, you know, if you're the person that is not familiar with this kind of information and doesn't realize that the people who run our country and the people who run this world are interested in annihilating and extinguishing the majority of the people on the planet, I'm sorry if this is new information to you. If you're one of these people not aware that 9/11 was put on by the people who run this country, along with some other people, they blew those buildings down. If you're not aware of that, and you think me saying that is ridiculous, I'm sorry. You're lost. You're ill-informed, uneducated, and ignorant. If you're not aware that most of these shootings and things that go on, mass shootings and these people running over people with cars, yeah, maybe people get hurt, maybe people die, but they are put on by the same people that are flying these balloons above our heads in this country with bacteria that could kill just one side of it, could kill every bee there is in this country. Not to mention, if this thing modifies, changes, which bacteria do every year, if they've modified it and changed it, like it says right here, it says, thankfully, due to the isolation of this bacteria, it has not yet been exposed to man-made bacteria. Well, that was when it was found. And is still considered non-pathogenic. However, there's no assurance that the exposure of Penibacillus, the hero bug, as most scientists are calling it, the man-made bacteria, exposure of it to man-made bacteria would not cause it to turn pathogenic. So what they've done is they've found a super bug that could be super for us, and they've turned it into what it appears to be is possibly the zombie apocalypse. Go over to Enter the Stars channel. Just type in Enter the, and you'll see it come up, Stars. It's spelled a little differently. A guy named Casey. He's showing you where this stuff has been premeditatively shown to you already in the past. They've shown you, just like they showed us that 9/11 was going to happen, and we were all clueless. They're showing us this is going to happen. It's in music, movies, everywhere, that they intended to do this. Now, if God willing, this will not happen. This will not take place. But particularly, I'm worried about people who have been taking these vaccines. These vaccines are meant to modify your DNA. And if you've been taking them or giving them to your children, you may have, if you haven't already, you're going to sign your death sentence if you keep taking them, if it ain't too late already. Because this hero bug, or this apocalypse bug, as they were calling it at the top, zombie apocalypse, million-year-old bacterium found resistant to most antibiotics. Okay? Article come out on December 15th, 2016 at 3:33. There are so many signs that this is a serious situation, and that when they chose to put it out, and with things that are going on, if you're not aware of the biblical things that are happening all around us, I'm sorry. If you're not aware that on the 23rd of September, the Revelations 12 sign is taking place, whether you're a glober or a flat earther or whatever it is you are, that sign is taking place. There are signs in the heavens and signs all around. Oceans are receding out half a mile to a mile and not coming back in. Happened in South America this week and a half ago. The oceans just went out. Not a low tide. They just went out. They just went away and then came back in 2 days later with fury. And at the same time that's going on, all around the rest of the world, there's tsunamis hitting places. But you don't see none of this on the television, because they don't want that to be part of your vision. They want you to be ignorant. They don't want you to look nothing up for yourself. All the information is readily available if you can put it together for yourself. But if you are too lazy, too ignorant, or too whatever not to put it together, they consider you good for killing.